it says discontinued. Right, that's my hand. Discontinued on the App Store, but you can get it on the Wii. I think other systems too. I think Xbox 360 too. I think, but yeah, it's the only way you can play it nowadays. Unfortunately, I used to have the app and I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, come on, man, you gotta be kidding. Are you serious? So you got, if I can get this stupid thing to go, multiplayer, single player, continue. And what was? I think that was that bonus level. I think. Come on, game. Jeez. Yeah, as you can tell, it's a little bit of pain. Yeah, that's where I left off. Okay, I need to show everybody the other things. Like I said, I want to show you guys a proper review. Yeah, pardon this game, it's being a pain in the ass. Single player, okay. You got multiplayer, cooperative, or score attack. So basically, you play against your friend, try to see if you're better at them, or you do this and you guys team up. I don't have anybody with me, so unfortunately I can't do play. I wish I had somebody to play this with. Okay, now I didn't beat all the levels on the game, so you got the Tatooine, Death Star, Hoth, Cloud City, Boba Fett missions, Path to the Jedi, so basically Return of the Jedi, basically exclusive levels, bonus levels are a pain in the ass. I won't lie, like I said, I'll tell it how it is. Like I'm not kidding. Like it's literally a pain. It's the pain in your back end, right in the caboose. I know that sounds so stupid. Some of my family says sometimes they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a pain in the caboose." What? Oh, there you go. I unlocked more Millennium Falcon. I didn't know I could do that, but I like this menu. It's so interactive. They don't do this to games anymore, where you can just destroy these things and break them up. I don't know why they don't do that no more. Like everything's just not as fun. I wish they would make Angry Birds. I wish they would remake Angry Birds though. Like the modern systems. Okay, this level's a pain. I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, let me do a simple level for you guys. Okay, so this thing would stop moving around. No. Give me a minute. This remote's driving me crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go back. Okay, that's what I want to do. Oh, yeah. See, I gotta get the sound down because they play Star Wars music, so I can't put the sound, unfortunately, because then they'll cause, obvious issues. I don't want this video to get copyrighted, and then they're like, oh, you can't do that. It's copyright. I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. I'm just trying to show people a video. Like, come on. I'm not trying to take the Star Wars' thunder. Like, I just want to show people the video, what the game is like. I like the game a lot. No, I just want to honestly show people how fun of a game it is. Did I beat my high score? I can't remember. Yep, actually you did. Yeah, it must have been just slightly then. Yeah, I think so. I said I'll play a few levels. Can I just show you, like, the beginning? Of course, I can't stretch the screen. It's so hard to see this way. I hate when it does that. Like the app, you can make it closer so you can see a lot better. But yeah, like I said, I know some of you guys. I used to do a lot of Star Wars ASMR, and I remember people loved it. Like I actually reenacted the Star Wars scenes. I remember there's that one subscriber, Fenn's second account. I'm not sure he or she. I'm not sure what their gender is. I'm not sure because they just had like some random profile picture, so I'm not sure what to refer to them as because I don't know what their preferred preference is, But anyway, whatever the case may be. So basically, yes, I'm not sure. So he or she, whatever whatever they prefer. But they used to love my Star Wars content. I don't know if they're still in the channel or not. I haven't seen them comment in a long time, so I'm not entirely sure. But if he or she, whatever they preferred, if they are here, I think they'll like the video too. How the heck did I get 35,000? Probably use a Millennium Falcon, probably. It's like a little bonus to get to make it the level easier. Okay, that space level is a pain, so let's just, I have to get used to it again. I had this on the Xbox 360. My problem is when I play in the 360, like the Xbox makes this ridiculous ridiculously loud sound that drives me absolutely insane. Oh god, I'm like, seriously, why is it so loud? But yeah, so this is let's see, that's Yoda and Luke and Dagobah. Yeah, so that's episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah. Well, I know too, because I said I've seen Star Wars. I've seen Star Wars so many times. I could probably write you an entire book of each scene and dialogue of what happens in this. Like I could probably make a novel just from thought. I wouldn't have to watch the movie, because I said when I was a kid, like I used to rewatch from memory. I used to rewatch the entire movie from beginning to end in my head. Like that's how many times I freaking watched those movies. Like insanely. Like I mean, I can't help it though. I love Star Wars. I probably will stay as much as I love. Yeah, sorry about that. My stupid phone had to go off. My backup phone had to go off at the absolute worst time. What? How do I score so much on that? Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably use a Falcon. Something like. Yeah, I remember this level. This one is not. This level is a pain. Oh, wish me luck, y'all. Like I said, yeah, I'll show the features and all different stuff. I want to show that stuff. Yeah, that's usually I don't get it that easily. That's actually impressive for me. I never take the force thing down that easily. I usually struggle with it. Well, you guys, I tell you the truth. I swear, you guys are like my good luck charm when it comes to playing these games. It's just hard. I'm so used to doing this on my phone or a laptop. I'm not used to doing this on the Wii, so this feels very weird. Plus the Wii sensor's in a really bad spot. I don't have a good spot for the sensor. So as you can imagine, it's a bit of a pain, if you will. And you should get things fall like that, and you should get extra points. But yeah, like I said, I want to show different features. I wanted to do this too because I think people would like it. It's Angry Birds. It's just like a lot of the Angry Birds games are discontinued, but you can find them literally like you could find them on like game systems because they had them on game systems. I like that too because it's physical copy. Like I've told people before, I like physical copies better because like this, they discontinue it. You can play it on a game system, or you can play it somewhere else, or on these apps and all these like digital versions. They could decide to say, oh, well, the heck with it. I don't care what you think. I'm taking it away. And they can just do it. Physical copy, it's like, yeah, good luck with that. I own it, so good luck with that. And that's what I like about physical copies. Plus, I can show you guys this stuff, and I don't have to worry about, like, it being taken down. I have to rush it. It's like that one game, what was that game called? The Crew. I wanted to do that for a video, and the time I was ready to do it for a video, they discontinued the live service, so now I can never do that for a video now, because they discontinued the servers. I was like, are you kidding me? I had this nice 2010 Camaro in the game. Oh, I tell you, that thing looks so nice. It would have been great for a video. I wanted to do it so bad, but they took it away now. And then I did that in the middle of the game I was about to record. They freaking discontinued it, and the next thing you know, I couldn't do it no more. I was like, are you kidding me? Why? I wanted to show everybody that game and do it for a video. Like, I had a nice POV. I was going to do, like, everything. It was going to do, like, it was going to be good. And they took it away, and they refused to bring it. Some gamers are trying to get them to bring it back, but they just don't want. The studio, which is EA, no surprise, doesn't want to bother. I'm like, yeah, of course you don't want to bother. Like, of course not. A good game, but you don't want to bother bringing it back so people can play it. Like I said, then I probably have a younger audience who probably doesn't know what The Crew is because they never played it, or maybe some older, because sometimes, my older audience, they sometimes don't know these games too, so I like to do it because, show people different games and share the experience and the memories, with them also. Well, in case you guys, but you get the idea. I'm like, I don't know, that's why I always like physical copies. Like I got everything picture disc. Basically, picture, for those of you who don't remember, I mean, this is before I was even freaking born. Picture disc is basically like a big vinyl record. My Gen Z, my Gen X, and baby boomer audience, they probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, they should, because this was their era when they were younger. But basically, picture disc was a big. Imagine a big vinyl record, right? So let's just do it by hand. Like vinyl record, it's so big. I mean, much bigger than this. And then side A is by half the movie, and this side is the other side of the movie. That's basically what picture disc was. It's actually the original where you could see Star Wars Episode 4 when Jabba the Hutt was a human and he wasn't that's the part of the Hutt clan. That alien slug kind of character that he is now and stuff like that. I've seen it too. Like my stepfather has it. I seen it. I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, what? I remember as a kid I saw it. I was like, what? Jabba was a human originally? My stepfather was like, yeah, originally he was a human. It said George Lucas just decided afterwards, and he basically got rid of a lot of the copies. So unless you have it on picture disc or some sort of like that, like Disney won't stream it. Disney won't stream it and show you the original like that. So you don't have a choice. So unless you have picture disc, you won't ever be able to see it unless you know somebody has picture disc. And of course, I can imagine. I haven't looked it up, but I can imagine because that is so rare. That version on picture disc, if you were to buy an eBay or somewhere, it probably cost freaking like an arm and a freaking leg, and maybe in that case probably both your arms and both your legs. Is that right? Not to sound crazy like, but I mean, when you think about it, I mean, because the rarity of it, it's hard to find. Then the problem is you have to find the picture disc player, and that's a whole nother struggle because. Of course, again, because it's old technology from like the 60s, 70s, something like that. I know it's pretty old technology. So it's kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, finding it's not going to be easy. No, let me just stop. I don't want to cancel it. If anything, I want to start over. Like I said, this Wii is such a pain sometimes. Unfortunate this, you can only use the Wii remote. You can't even use like a controller. Some games let you with this one. Of course, I'm like, come on. It's so hard to do it that way. Like, why can't I just do it that way? Make it so much easier. Like, come on, man. It's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? No, not that way. Yeah, like I said, this is such a pain to do. That's why I'll try to do as long as I can. Just like I said, the controls are a little bit hard, so I'm used to the Xbox 360 controls. I'm not used to this, doing this on the Wii. It just feels weird. It just feels weird and abnormal doing it on the Wii. I don't know. It's just a different feeling. That's kind of like strange in a way, if that makes any sense. Unless I'm making it too weird. I don't know. Just for me, it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Of course. No, not that way. Gotta beat my high score. Come on. I don't like having low scores. I like to have high scores. As high as humanly possible. Some subscribers say, I'm just trying to ramble because some subscribers, they really like it when I ramble a lot. So for those subscribers, obviously, like I say, it's a private messaging, so I can't say who the person, just like I said, protect their privacy, because I respect highly big on people's privacy, But yes, for those subscribers, okay, I can't freaking beat this high score. It's just gonna drive me nuts. So I'm trying to just ramble on about nonsense, and stuff like that. For those who like to hear me ramble on and on and on. And with me, I sometimes have a tendency to go on and on about a lot of things. So rambling is not surprisingly as crazy as shy as I am. It's not that hard. I mean, because I said, if I meet you in real life and I get comfortable with you, or in messages, like I have a tendency to send you long paragraphs and tell you about every single thing in the century of things to say. Like I become extremely talkative. Well, and I become bubbly too. So I get excited. And I try to like Charlie from Hazman Hotel. Like I get excited and bubbly, and try to make you happy and excited, and get you pumped up for every little thing. My mother's like, all right, chill. I was like, I don't know. I'm just trying to make you. I'm just trying to get you excited for the day. I don't know. This is kind of my thing. I want people to feel better and get excited. I don't know. I said, it's just something. I mean, maybe it's because I have high functioning Asperger's, which is a form of autism. Which I guess that could be why. Maybe, and I have ADHD, so that might be partially why. But I don't know. I like to get people excited, get people pumped and excited, everything. I don't know. It's just kind of my thing. I know it sounds weird. Like I said, to some people it sounds weird. Or some people, like when I was younger, like some people get annoyed, which I'm not trying to do it to drive you. Like, I don't know why. Like, well, I'm not. Because I always tell them, like, I'm not doing it to drive you crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to see you happy. It's not a bad thing. I don't know. I want to see you happy and excited. Because I mean, life's too short to be stressed out. You know what I mean? If I'm saying makes any sense. Try to Millennium Falcon. I can't freaking get. Oh, it gets rid of the bird. Yeah, of course it does. Why not? Oh, that's a pain. I hate when the game does that. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Of course not. That was a complete waste of time. Try to Millennium Falcon. I can't get the way I need it to go. Try that. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that definitely helped. Damn. Yeah, that definitely helped. Of course, now I won't get the points, but I just can't get it with that one part. It's so freaking hard. It's like, I don't understand how the heck you're supposed to do it. It's strange, like. Oh, damn, there you go. 100%. Alright, that is the cat's pajamas. Yes, I know. I know that sounds so stupid, but I'm goofy. I like to use 1920s terms like that to be funny. I think that's what it was. It's because my grandmother, because my great grandmother was born in 1922. So once she was alive, even though, like we, like my great grandmother, like I said in previous years, like she didn't get along with a lot of people, and she would get mad every time I got shit because I'm incredibly shy. Okay, what's wrong with this game? I hate when it gets stuck. And like I said, my great grandmother, like she, would get mad at everybody. She got mad constantly at my autism and my shyness, which I know it sounds bad, but like I said, it's true. I mean, my mother would admit that. But that was one thing but there were certain times we did get along though too and stuff like that. Like I said, I had to warm up to her because she yelled a lot. Because I'd see her yell at my grandmother and stuff, so it made me scared, to talk to her. So she would, of course, would get really mad that I would be afraid to talk to her. My grandmother said, well, because you're yelling too much. You're yelling all the time, you're scaring him. But she didn't want to, and unfortunately, my grandmother's mother went here because she would yell at my grandmother for sticking up for me and stuff like that. Like I said, it's just a bunch of stuff I really don't want to remember or think about or talk about because it's just, it bothers me to think about it. Like I said, I'm honest about my past, and shit like that. Like I tell people how it is, not in a bad way, or not like I'm not trying to demand sympathy or something like that. I'm just saying it because it's the truth, and I have said in videos, so some people who see my real life story ASMR might be like, what? Or like not sure what I'm talking referring to. They might be like, what? But you said that. It's like, yeah, I know, I remember. Don't worry. Stuff like that. So I just want to explain it to those who are new here, who probably don't understand what, let me understand, or those who have been here are like, what? It's like, I mean, yeah, she was, like I said, that's where a lot I got a lot of my anxiety and everything's from. Now, all of it, no. A lot of my anxiety and trauma, as crazy as it sounds, came from public school. And it's like I said in the past, I was bullied a lot, and unfortunately, I was picked on by teachers too, so I had no escape. I literally, as a kid, I had no escape from judgments and stuff like that. Like, but that's why I create the safe place, this channel, with a safe place for people to come to, because I know it's like, to go through a harsh judgment like that, especially by adults, and they just keep it up, and they don't want to give you a break, and it's like, I feel bad for people like that, and that's why I want a safe place. So it's a place where people, whatever your age group and that won't happen anyway because, like I said, it's happened before with trolls and live streams. Like, and people know, like, I didn't put up with it at all. No, I told them, like, hey, I don't mind if you come to my channel, but don't be trolling my subscribers. Like, hell no. That is an extreme major no. Because, like I said, I want my subscribers to be comfortable. I don't want them to come here and somebody says some weird things, and it's like it makes everybody uncomfortable. And I'm like, that's that kind of stuff. Yeah, like this channel, we don't do that kind of stuff. Cause, and I said I got moderators too, so if I can't do it during a live stream, then they'll do it for me. And we got at least what, like 6, maybe 7 moderators. We got quite a bit. You know, they kind of act as like my security. You know, so somebody, like I said, there's a troll. It doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes we get a troll. Like, just say things that are like, seriously, like things that people don't like or will be hurtful, you know, stuff like that. So if I can't do it, that's why I'll tell them. Or if I'm on a live stream and I can't do it, and for whatever reason, like if I'm driving or if I have, like I said, if I'm distracted, you know, I'll just say, I'll just tell them, like, they'll tell me, don't worry, I got this, you know, no, they'll take care of that. And I appreciate that a lot too, because, like I said, when I'm doing live streams, it's kind of hard sometimes, especially if I'm trying to do something like it's hard, I can't, or I don't see it right away. So they'll see it right away and they'll be like, "Oh, I got this," you know. Like I said, obviously, yeah, most people watching this, like they won't do that stuff. But you know, just saying in general, for those maybe new, like, don't worry. Like if someone's trolling or being just obnoxious, like don't worry about them. I said they'll be taken care of because, like I said, my subscribers, they'll kick them out the session if they have to, and they'll say, "Hey, we warned you. You're not listening, so knock it off." You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. Alright, so that's it for Angry Birds. I have to also do another video. Deal or No Deal. Because I love that show. I like when Haley Mendoza on that show. I wish he would go back and do that show again. I don't know why he doesn't do it. If any of these news channels or whoever did Deal or No Deal, if you guys bring Deal or No Deal back, I would love nothing more if I could star in that show. I mean, I'm shy, but I could work on my shyness and be the host. I would love that so freaking much. Or even not that, if it was just to be on the show, like if you bring the show back, I wouldn't mind. I'd be honored to be like the first guest to do the remake and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't care when a lot of it wouldn't matter. I would do it just for the opportunity. You know, stuff like that. I would love that. Like to be in a movie or TV show. Oh, I would love that. And I auditioned for movies too, but I just never got into movies. Unfortunately, I wish I did. I tried to get to Happy Gilmore too, but when they were filming in Jersey, I tried to audition for it, but unfortunately it didn't go anywhere, which I was like, oh, come on. Because originally I applied to be like a background character, you know, so it was nothing crazy, just, you know. And I mean, I love Adam Sandler movies. I would have loved that, but unfortunately that's when, of course, the role I didn't get. And I was like, oh, come on. I would have loved that. I was saying, but people, you know, if you're someone who makes movies, you know, and you look for somebody else, I'm right here. Like I would jump in like literal a millisecond, literally, not even 1 second, quicker than 1 second. And obviously not literally, you know, but you get the idea. I would jump in a second to do that. I would love to be the first ASMR artist to be like in an actual like live action movie, you know, or something like that. You know, I would love that. And that stuff. And I do have business, like I said, in my bio I have a business email too, so if you don't want to contact me with my social media, business email, but I would love that, you know, that's my dream, to be in movies. I've always wanted to be in movies despite me being shy, you know, and like I said, I can push myself to be a little bit less shy if it came to it, you know. I would love, even if it was a small movie, like something